For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Season 2 of the Napoli career mode here on FIFA 17. Again, apologies, no face cam. It's still ridiculously hot and humid here. I'm sweating buckets and not wearing many clothes, so you guys really don't want to be seeing that on face cam. And to be honest, I don't want to be putting that on the internet either, so it's probably best for both of us that there is no face cam. But I have added a number of players to the shortlist as per your suggestions in the previous couple of episodes. We're looking for a goalkeeper and one, if not probably two, centre-backs here at Napoli. On the shortlist are still Sportiello, even though he's still online. I might as well just throw him off the thing, shouldn't I? Right, so we've got 30-year-old Consigli, although he's 82 rated and actually gone down in this save, so I'm kind of leaning away from him. Geronimo Rulli at Real Sociedad, great stats, expensive, however. Timo Horn, who's younger by a year, and, well, his kicking's better, but he's not as good when it comes to almost everything else. His positioning's slightly better, but everything else is worse than Rulli, and his price is pretty similar, so I definitely lean towards Rulli over him. Wojciech Szczesny was suggested. Obviously spent a year on loan at Roma, now back at Arsenal. Not sure about that low handling, though, but we will scout him nonetheless. Mattia Perrin, obviously another popular option, although his positioning's quite low, and his reflexes are astronomically high, but that's kind of the main reason why you might pick him. Ederson is also very popular, actually. Again, high reflexes, but low positioning and low handling, which, again, isn't the best for me personally. And Joe Hart, actually, now having finished his loan spell at Torino, gone back to Manchester City, looks pretty decent. I might genuinely consider Joe Hart. I think my favourites are Rulli and Hart out of the goalkeepers we have there. So we will see how things develop. I'll wait for a full scout report on Szczesny. Actually, no, I'm not even going to, because I just glanced at that handling again. I'm going to remove him from the shortlist. So I'll throw bids in for a number of goalkeepers here. Rulli, Perrin, Rooney, Perrin, Horn and Hart. I think I'm just going to remove Ederson. I really don't like that low handling. We might as well... Yes, I could train him, but obviously we might as well start with a higher rating if we possibly can. At centre-back, huge list here of potential centre-backs to sign, so we will start at the bottom, in fact, and work our way up. Antonio Rudiger was popular. Centre-back, obviously German, at Roma. Actually, well, not necessarily in talks, but I can't remember which team it was now. I think it was Inter Milan, offered 70 million to Roma for Rudiger and Nangolan, but Roma won 100 million, 50 million each per player, in real life this is. So Rudiger, highly regarded in Italy in real life. We'll have to wait and see what his stats look like in this series. Shkodran Mustafi is a potential signing. Obviously strong physical player, good in the tackle. Not that fast, but pace might not be overly important. 25 years old, so scope there for growth as well. Eder Balanta has always been a go-to for career mode, and we'll see what his stats look like when we get the scout report back. A cheap option that I couldn't believe his value was so low. Cesar Azpilicueta, been amazing in real life for Chelsea at centre-back this season. He's only, 5'10"? He's 5'10", can play anywhere at the back. I genuinely think I might be getting Cesar Azpilicueta at centre-back in this series right now. He's so cheap. For a player that's that good in the tackle and that fast, I mean, and he's proven himself in real life at centre-back this year, I can't not ignore that potential signing. Chancellor Mbemba is also on the list. Not sure how good he is this year. Bruno Martins Indy was also a popular suggestion. Nicolas Otamendi, actually, looks like a decent player for not that much either. We could go perhaps for Cesar and Nicolas Otamendi and have two Premier League centre-backs come in for quite cheap. Eric Bailly was a popular suggestion because his stats similarly suit Koulibaly, who we have, of course, lost for half of this season through injury. Physical, fast, great in the tackle, very, very strong. Bailly would be a great signing, but again, price could be an issue. Maksimovic we had on loan last year. A few people were calling for him to come back, but I think I'm going to remove him from the shortlist. We can do better than an 82 rated player. Toby Alderweireld. Not, I mean, 26 million is a lot of money, but he is a very, very good player. Although how willing Tottenham would be to let him leave, I'm not sure. Stefan de Vrij is a player that was already left Serie A from Lazio going to Leicester in Season 1. We could contemplate bringing him back to Italian football by picking him up from Leicester City. Alessio Romagnoli is another player that was quite popular, the young Italian from AC Milan, waiting for a full scout report on him. And Daniele Rugani was also very popular, another young Italian player at one of Italy's top clubs, Juventus. Not played that often by them last season and might be looking for a way out, so perhaps we could offer him the opportunity to come play for us. Virgil van Dijk was also very, very popular, and he does look fantastic. 92 strength, very good in the tackle, good marking as well, quite pacey, could be a very good option. So I think I'm leaning towards Joe Hart and Rulli, and obviously Joe Hart is cheaper. I'm leaning towards Otamendi and Cesar Azpilicueta, but Rugani looks like he might be decent. Van Dijk looks like he could be very good too, and I would be interested in maybe Alderweireld or Bailly. So I'll wait and see what the other scout reports look like for the centre-backs, but we will start throwing bids in for goalkeepers right here, right now. And Joe Hart we might be able to pick up a little bit cheaper, to be honest, because he's just been out on loan at Torino for a year. His wages are very high, which is a slight stumbling block, but we'll have to wait and see what they think at Manchester City. And considering the other goalkeepers on the list are very expensive, I'm gonna wait. I think Joe Hart is going to be my main target. Of course, bear in mind we aren't going to be here at Napoli this series or for very long. This series is only going to be 2 or 3 seasons long. So at most, players that are like 28, 29 now, or in Joe Hart's case 30, won't be any older than 30, 31, 32 by the time we end the series and start another larger series elsewhere. The RTG series, of course, will end at the end of this season with Cambridge United, and we'll start a new version of that series too. So for now, I'm going to concentrate on getting myself some more prize money here in the pre-season tournament. We have Villarreal in the semi-finals, and in the other half of the draw, it was Schalke versus Liverpool. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Schalke versus Liverpool. Schalke, of course, knocked out Manchester United and knocked out Real Madrid in their group stage. Similarly with Villarreal. So we're going to have to be careful here. I'm starting Insigne on the right ahead of Lucas. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Insigne higher rated, but Lucas has been very good, so I'm not sure who to start there. And there's been some call actually in the comment section for Gulam to be dropped and for Johnny to come up into the starting lineup and play ahead of him. But for now, I'm going to still stay on the side of Gulam because he's been very consistent for me. But we'll have to wait and see how we get on in this first game against Villarreal. Do drop the video a like rating if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There'll be a Career Mode RTG episode, of course, later on this afternoon as well. But for now, we're going to jump into this game against Villarreal and hope to get a win, progression through to the final, and a chunk more transfer budget money. Free kick for Villarreal in the opening few moments. Jonathan Dos Santos puts in an extremely good delivery, and Husay does well to win that header. That was such a good whip from Jonathan Dos Santos. We'll look to work it away quickly. I'll switch this with Mertens looking for Insigne, but I probably shouldn't play any balls through the air to Lorenzo Insigne, should I, considering the height of the man. Here's Pedraza. They are starting a relatively strong side here, Villarreal, as you might expect, in the semi-final of a pre-season tournament, but there are still a couple of players in there that you wouldn't necessarily recognise. They actually made a couple of good signings as well, including Martin Braithwaite up top as striker. Obviously very, very fast. Here's Sansone as well, who's also a decent Italian that we could potentially look at some point in this series. Braithwaite brings that down, but will work it away well. Villarreal starting on the front foot. Hamsik will dink this looking for Insigne, but Pedraza actually does very well to cut that out. Having a good game so far in the opening 10 minutes. Pedraza heavily involved in everything that's going forward for them. Mario Gaspar is potentially a right-back that we could look at for a centre-back role, because he can play there. Maybe I'll add him to the shortlist as well. Could be quite similar to Azpilicueta with regards kind of a wide defender that could play in the middle. But I'm getting pinned in here by Villarreal in the opening few moments, and I'd very much like to get myself up the other end to score a goal if we can, because the money raised from this tournament could very well make the difference between getting 2 players and 3 in this window. Tonelli into Allen. Oh, it's a lovely ball through to Belotti. Narrow angle. Oh, but it has gone through. Mistake from the goalkeeper. Napoli 1, Villarreal 0 after 22 minutes. The angle was against me there, but I had faith in Belotti to try and pull something out the bag. It's a great ball through, brilliant ball through, and the finish, well, the keeper is really going to be disappointed with himself there. Very much so. Poor from him, but we lead in the semi-final. Sansone receives that from Braithwaite, trying to ensure that Sansone was offside there so that he couldn't play the ball through. He's received it back from the man back there. Braithwaite will turn and will tackle and will counter. Draw the defender in. There's Belotti, play it into Allen. Space on the far side for Mertens. This surely has to be 2-0. And is. Dries Mertens tucks it away very nicely. 29 minutes in, starting to take control now. We lead by 2-0 here against Villarreal. Have ourselves 1 foot in that final. Dries Mertens to Belotti. Play that over the top. Well, deflected over the top so that it reaches Mertens. Allen will look for Insigne. What a ball that is. He'll bring it down beautifully. Turn inside. Give that to Hamšík, who can't give me a 3-0 win. Or 3-0 lead. Really should have put that away, to be honest. Underneath that is Tonelli. That's looping. Gulam brings it down. Oh, and the keeper just picks it up off his chest. Gulam still on the floor there holding his foot. Well, you guys were calling for Johnny to get some more first-team football. If Gulam stays down and is injured, then Johnny most definitely will be getting a lot more first-team football. He's still on the floor, Gulam. He's now up on his feet and moving. I'm just going by the mini-map. There's Belotti, played in by Insigne. We'll look across here to Jorginho and then through to Mertens. It's not Mertens, it's Husay. Husay can't score. He's blazed that one high and wide. Half an hour to go here. Still 2-0 up, and I think we'll stay that way till the end. Nice tackle by Jorginho. I'll look to send Belotti away early. What a ball. He is going to get onto this, Andrea Belotti, and surely will make it 3. Yes. Destructive in front of goal. Andrea Belotti, absolutely destructive. Will destroy anyone in his path. He's just a pure finisher, a top quality goal scorer, and I'm so glad that you guys made me buy him because he's been so good. So very, very good. It's 3-0 now here with less than 25 minutes to go. Trigueros to Jonathan Dos Santos. Looking for some sort of consolation goal here, Villarreal, but they're not going to get one. If anything, they might be conceding a 4th at the other end. Lorenzo Insigne is far faster than anyone else. Lays it across. Belotti, that's his hat-trick and our 4th. We are having an extremely good pre-season tournament. We may have struggled against the 2 MLS teams, but a good performance against Liverpool and a fantastic performance here against Villarreal. We are storming to the final. Gulam down the line to Mertens. I mean, this could get embarrassing for Villarreal if we score again. Oh, and we might well. We have. What a ball through from Belotti to Zielinski. What a run from Zielinski as well. He's only been on the pitch about 3 minutes, and he's popped up with a goal already. Lovely. You're looking determined, driven run. Nice ball through and a comfortable finish. It's 5-0 in this semi-final. I did not see this coming. There goes the final whistle. Our most emphatic win of the season so far. Villarreal just got an absolute battering there. I almost feel sorry for them because they did extremely well to get out of the group ahead of Manchester United and Real Madrid. But, I mean, the stats speak volumes. A lot of the ball, but did nothing with it, Villarreal. Just the one chance created, and rather unsurprisingly, considering how they did in the group stage, Schalke beat Liverpool by 2-0. It will be Italy versus Germany in the final of the pre-season tournament. Another £3.5 million added to the transfer budget, which is superb. We've also had an offer here for De Guzman. Now, I don't want less than value. I will accept 7.5 though for De Guzman. That would add an extra 10 total with the money won from that semi-final win. I've got another email there as well, apparently. As soon as I backed out my inbox, another one came in. Right. Is there anything going to happen? Another transfer offer for Bifulco. I'm just going to accept that because I don't think these youngsters are actually going to get any real traction with counter offers, etc. If I get an offer in for them, they're literally just getting sold immediately. Bayern confirms Sanchez talks. Is that Alexis? It is. Interesting. Alexis Sanchez. What are the biggest... Oh, went too far. What are the biggest deals so far in this window? Rakitic to Chelsea for 49, Masakio to City for 38, and Juan Mata to Barcelona for 31. And Jose Maria Jimenez, who some of you were calling for me to buy in this series, as well as the Cambridge United one, has gone to Juventus. That might open up the way for Daniele Rugani to join us. That might actually work in our favour, but for now, let's concentrate on this game here against FC Schalke. Krejci, back to Diawara, into Zielinski. Krejci's gone again, but we'll use Belotti, and I've got runners around me. Belotti goes solo. He's too good. If he stays fit all season long, we will win trophies this season. Nutmeg through the defender's leg for the pass, and he's just deadly. I can't believe how good Andrea Belotti is. It's like he's not human. His right foot is an arrow to the back of the net. 3 minutes in, 1-0 Napoli. Johnny into Krejci. Here's Belotti. Krejci's gone again, and we will use him. What a ball from Belotti. Oh, it's 2-0. And it's Belotti again, the mastermind. He got the assist for Zielinski in the previous game with a great pass, and this one is just as good. I'm actually flabbergasted. Like I'm running out of words to describe how good Andrea Belotti is becoming in this save right now. We're 2-0 up against Schalke after 9 minutes. The same Schalke that have destroyed Manchester United, Real Madrid and Liverpool are being destroyed by the destroyer himself, Andrea Belotti. Corner for Schalke. They're looking for one back immediately. Oh, that's a great cross, and then nearly had a man there at the near post to try and flick that on. They might have scored one immediately. They've got the throw again. Johannes Geis will get it to Brill Donald Mbolo. Lays it back there to Leon Goretzka, who's in the box. Great strike from Leon Goretzka. Good save down low by Pepe Reina. We haven't yet had any interest in him. We are still very early in the transfer window, but I would like some interest to arrive sooner rather than later, if possible. Aogo's going to go for a worldie. That save! That save from... Why are we selling him? Honestly, what an unbelievable save. As good as Belotti has been, I'm going to put this in slow motion. That's fingertip stuff. Oh my word, that is the best save I think I've ever seen on FIFA. Genuinely. I mean, let me know in the comments section down below if you think it's as good as that, but I think that might be the best fingertip save I've ever seen on a game of FIFA. Ridiculous from Pepe Reina. People on fire at the top end of the pitch, scoring goals, and Pepe Reina is trying to prove a point that... Oh, that's a foul. He's trying to prove a point that he wants to stay here, or maybe he's just putting himself in the shot window because he knows we don't want him. Whatever the reason, I can't quite believe he's done that. He can't stop that though, can he? Absolutely typical. Johannes Geis with a great free kick. Schalke pull one back. It's Napoli 2, Schalke 1. I mean, the quality of the free kick speaks for itself. Pepe Reina couldn't get close to that, but still, the previous save was outstanding, but they scored anyway. 2-1 here after 19 minutes. What an opening 20 minutes to a final. Ridiculous. Bergstaller. Oh, lovely tackle by Johnny, but it's dropped to Geis, who shrugged off the attentions of the defender into Bergstaller. Oh, good save by Pepe Reina. This is one hell of a final so far. This is very entertaining. You can see why Schalke did so well. Oh, that might have worked beautifully for them. It has. You spawny sons of bitches. It's 2-2 after 27 minutes. These are by far the two most informed sides in this pre-season tournament, and we're both proving it here in this final. We fire ourselves to a 2-0 lead. Mbolo gets so lucky then, squeezes that home at the near post. And now they've pulled it back from 2-0 down to 2-2. 3rd, 9th, 19th and 27th. 4 goals in the opening half an hour. Will it slow down or will it continue? I've no idea. If it continues, we're on for an 6-6 draw here. Zielinski into Jorginho. Krejci making the run. Taking his time to get there though. Turns away from that challenge, which was rather poor. Give that into Belotti. I'm just going to hit it because it's Belotti, and great save from Ralph Farman. Potentially a goalkeeper we could look at actually in this pre-season window, Farman. I don't know how expensive he'll be. Probably pretty pricey. Similarly with players like Bernd Leno. So perhaps it's probably best we go for someone like Joe Hart. A cheap, reliable option in goal so that we can spend more of our money outfield where they can make more of a difference. Although, to be fair, judging by the way Pepe Reina is playing in this game, we might need a decent goalkeeper. Lucas turns his side well. We could be making it 3 here and are 3-2 Napoli in the 38th minute. The goal scoring continues here. We had 5 goals in the previous game, all told, we've had 5 goals in the first half here in the final. Got a corner here in stoppage time. Again though, look at that stat in the top left. I'm not having any possession. It was a theme throughout Season 1 and seems to be a recurring pattern in Season 2 as well. I'm not having much of the ball, but I'm scoring a lot of goals. 39% possession, but we're 3-2 up here against Schalke, and that's going to tamely roll out and should be, probably will be, isn't half time. Chance for Schalke maybe to get themselves an equaliser here. Ogo could cross. No, goes backwards. Goretzka could cross. No. Geis. I don't know why I stuttered saying that. Geis. Danny Caligiuri tackled, and that will be full half-time, surely. Yes, 3-2 at the break. A crazy first half here against Schalke in the final. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next 45. Here's Leon Goretzka. Oh, I thought he was going to turn back inside there. He didn't. Dinks it in. Good tackle by Bergstaller, but Huso runs away with it. Nice footwork from Krejci. Just go back to Diawara. And oh, it's a terrible pass from him. Please tell me Bergstaller's offside here. Oh my god! What a finish! He was offside, but again, lost for words. To chest that down and then volley it like that into the top corner. I mean, obviously the keeper perhaps stopped trying because he'd heard the whistle, but stunning finish from Bergstaller. We were very close there to 3-3. We could maybe go at the other end, that's a foul, and make it 4-2. This game just continues to give. Lucas, can he score the free kick? Oh, what a save from Ralph Farman. Goalkeepers on fire in this game, and they've conceded 5 between them, and they're still playing out of this world as well. Maximilian Meyer on for Stambouli. Is there going to be another goal to come before they clear this? Win that header. I have no idea who won that. I think it was Mbolo. Smacked away, and there's nobody up there for Schalke. Oh god, that wasn't meant to go there though. Right, well, it's still 3-2, but I mean, we could quite well be at 6-6 by this point, to be fair, already. Into Krejci, to Belotti, back to Jorginho, to Diawara, across there to Zielinski, forward to Lucas. Got the acceleration to get away. We'll poke that inside. Zielinski arrives. Good save by Ralph Farman again. This is turning into one hell of a couple of games here. These are probably the 2 most entertaining pre-season games I've ever played. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar's come on for Bergstaller for them. Come close again to another goal there. Win that header. He hasn't done. Huntelaar flicked it on, but thankfully it's dropped straight to a Napoli man. Belotti. I've got runners. There is... Oh, well, it was Lucas, but Belotti's kicked it straight at the defender. 3-2. 25 minutes to go. Goretzka. Back there to Naldo. So to Johannes Geis. Forward to Mbolo, to Huntelaar. Through the gap. It's a lovely ball. Maximilian Meyer's in behind, and Pepe Reina can't do much to stop him. It's 3-3 in the 73rd minute. We might well be headed to penalties here in this final. It may well be happening. It's not the best of finishes, but Pepe Reina perhaps could have done slightly better with that actually, but never mind. Oh dear. Here we go again. 3-3. Diawara through the gap to Belotti. Diawara's gone again. Belotti had turned and was in a decent position. I've just gone right out the other end and scored again. It's 4-3. My vocabulary doesn't extend far enough to accurately describe this entire episode. 7 goals in this game, 5 in the previous. This final has been unbelievable. After the way that we played in this tournament to this point and the way that they played in this tournament to this point, it did have the potential to be this sort of game, but to actually realise that potential and for it to be an incredible game of football, I'm absolutely loving this. Had it been the other way around and they'd be winning 4-3, I perhaps wouldn't be quite so enthusiastic. That's a decent ball through. I think it took a deflection. It'll be a Schalke corner. They could go up the other end and make it 4-4. It would be just my luck and just typical of this game if they do. Husai tries to clear, but Naldo's in the way. Reina punches. It's going to drop to Danny Caligiuri. He's turned well. Cross could come in. It hasn't. Franco De Santo on the ball. He finds Nastasic. He gets to cross in. Johnny underneath it. Tonelli heads away, and we will clear our lines. It's not going to be... It might be 4-4. Guys to Franco De Santo. Blocked by Shirachez. Corner again. I'm actually lost for words. Like, if you don't think in the comment section that this is one of the most entertaining games of career mode that you've ever watched, then I think, quite frankly, you are lying. This has been unbelievable. Maximilian Mayer with the turn. Good block by Vlad Shirachez. It will be a corner again here to Schalke. Johannes Geis to take it. The cross comes in, and Koulibaly, it's not Koulibaly, is it? It's Diawara that will head away. Koulibaly's injured, Ches. Husai, that's a foul. No, not even an advantage given there. Lucas into Jorginho. Could go on the counter here and wrap the game up with a fifth. But I will need to score to ensure that that happens. Oh, and I've given the ball away. Hervedez pushing forward into Maximilian Mayer. They've got 4 people forward here, but as they continue to throw bodies one way, there is a distinct lack of bodies at the other end. Belotti might go for the 1-2. Jorginho's going to go to Krejci. This then has to be the opportunity. Lucas on the follow-up. It's the post. Unbelievable. 4-3 still as we head into stoppage time. It's still going. The entertainment is still flowing here in the final of the American Challenge Cup. I'm not sure what to title this video. I was going to title it Best FIFA Save of All Time, but I mean, I might have to title it Most Entertaining Game Ever, or something of the like, because this has been unreal. Oh, I thought that was going to fly into the back of the net for a moment. Farman with another great save. Can we round the game off with another goal? Keeper's punched. I'm going to race towards it. There was 4 minutes added on here. Huntelaar's stolen it off me, and the referee will blow his final whistle. We win the pre-season tournament with the most outlandish 4-3 game against Schalke. And the managers are twins as well. No, they weren't. Actually, they were both different. Apologies. They just look quite similar. But what a game. Unreal. Absolutely incredible. The hot weather here in real life has brought out all of the talent on the pitch. We win the pre-season tournament. That money will come very much in handy. The next game, I think, is actually going to be the the Italian Supercoppa against Juventus. Of course, we won the Coppa Italia and they won the league, and it is going to be the next game. They'll give me 5.5 for De Guzman, and I am just going to accept that. The offer for Joe Hart was rejected, so I can't accept he's too valuable to you. Don't know about that, lads. I don't know about that. Let's offer them 20, maybe? I might just offer them a straight swap for Pepe Reina soon, or Pepe Reina plus minimal cash. Prize money of 4.4 million, so we've gotten the maximum 10.6 from that pre-season tournament. I don't think I could be happier with how things have gone. We'll advance a little bit. Player sold. That's De Guzman. Well, actually, it might be the other youngster. It is. Unfortunately, it's Alfredo Bifulco, sorry, has gone to Viborg FF. Scout report on Romagnoli. He's good, but we definitely have better options available to us, but we'll leave him there as a backup. That should be player sold. No, transfer offer for Belotti. Unsurprising that he's drawing attention with the goal-scoring form he's in, but we'll reject that. I think that's where we'll leave it for today. I don't want to get too far ahead before I'm able to take on more suggestions from you guys. So do make sure you continue to hit me up in the comment section. Regani's stats are starting to come together, and his acceleration looks pretty poor. I'm really torn as to what centre-back to go for, though. But we're raising some money here with player sales, so we will have a number of options available to us. Let's go a little bit further. Player sold, that will be De Guzman. They want 36 million for Joe Hart. Not a chance in hell am I going to give you 36 million for Joe Hart. You can have 8 million plus Pepe Reina. You cheeky bastards. 36 million. Never in a million years is he worth that. De Guzman's been sold, so we've got a little bit more money now as well. Managerial rating still up at 82. That will be where we'll call it a day for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I'm pretty sure you will have. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about the final game against Schalke. I just can't. I just can't. If the rest of the season is as entertaining as those 2 games, we are in for one hell of a year. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.